Esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure for the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, UNDRR, to be part of this event. My name is Paola Brito. I'm the director of UNDRR, and it is my great pleasure to be serving you this video message. For those of you who might not be familiar with UNDRR, our vision is that of a world where disaster risks no longer threaten the well-being of people and the future of the planet. How we hope to get there is by helping countries implement an international agreement adopted in 2015 called the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction. We are now at the midpoint of its implementation, and our prognosis is that while a lot has been achieved over the last years, the world remains at risk from growing disasters. In the last 20 years, the number of reported disasters has nearly doubled, mainly due to climate change, as 90% of disasters are climate-related. And while these are the most frequent disasters, the deadliest remains those caused by geophysical hazards. In the past 2 decades, earthquakes and tsunami accounted for 58% of total disaster deaths. These disasters not only kill people, but threaten to derail development in many low-income countries. If countries do not adopt a prevention-focused approach that integrates risk reduction in decision-making, then, according to our 2022 Global Assessment Report, we expect the number of disasters per year globally to increase from around 400 in 2015 to 540 per year by 2030, a projected increase of 40%. This is where Geological Survey Organizations and the scientific community at large come in to help inform the decisions of governments and businesses. Your role is crucial because the first priority of the Sendai framework is around understanding risks. More specific to your work, information on seismic risks provided through national geoscience agencies has strongly informed building standards and infrastructure laws, thus reducing disaster vulnerability and increasing resilience. Effective decision-making to reduce risk needs to be facilitated by a science-policy interface, improved dialogue between the scientific community and the policymakers. If those making investments and development decisions do not understand the full scope of risks around them, they are likely to increase existing disaster risks or create new ones. This also includes decisions made during disaster recovery efforts to ensure countries building back better. One example I would like to share with you is from New Zealand. During recovery efforts following the 2010, 2011, and 2016 earthquakes in Canterbury, the local Maori tribe Ngai Tahu partnered with central and local governments to ensure environmental restoration, biodiversity, and future sustainability of the region. The Maori community and Environment Canterbury carried out a geophysical profiling of Ngai Tahu land and earthquake changes, global information system mapping of sites of tribe significance, and restoration of traditional food gathering sites. This led to measures for protecting cultural heritage values, increased regional planning, and supported economic recovery. As important as it is to ensure science and evidence are integrated into national and local decision-making, it is also important that we reach out to the public and inform them of the risks they face and how they can reduce them. In the aftermath of the 2018 earthquake and tsunami that impacted Palu, Indonesia, it was found that a contributing factor to the high number of deaths was that many locals were unaware that their city was at risk of tsunami or liquefaction. Risk communication that delivers information to the exposed population in a way that they can understand and act on is critical to empowering this population to take preventive action. Unfortunately, advances in media technology have brought one half of the world population online, presenting exciting opportunities, communicating about disaster risk reduction, and reaching marginalized population at risk. Advances in technology can also help visualize data and create proxy risks experiences that can motivate action in the same way real events do, from Earth observations to virtual reality. For example, in the United States, the Weather Channel has used immersive mixed reality to illustrate flood scenarios to urge people to heal advice. These tools are especially important for understanding systemic risk, which often cannot be seen by means of anything other than digital models. In closing, I would like to note that given all the financial, political, and technical attention on climate emergency, we believe we have an opportunity to channel investments towards the integration of climate and non-climate risk management efforts for a comprehensive approach to managing risk, including the geological risk. If the full potential of geoscience data could be applied to risk management and resilience building, we will be a step further towards building long-term resilience for all. Thank you again for inviting UNDRR, and I wish you a successful event.